Hello, hello. We got this new fight night. We got Yadong versus Figueiredo. Let's go predict this from the preliminary to the main card. So let's go for the first fight of the night. We got Loma Lookbunmi versus Jacqueline Amarim. So Loma, she has good Muay Thai, pretty good kickboxing, pretty good leg kicks and whatnot, body kicks. Jacqueline on the other side, she got good grappling. She has a lot of submissions, man. She got good finishing potential, and I'm always going to pick the person that has good finishing potential because there's that aspect to the fight where it could end at any moment. You know what I mean? Loma, I think she got like 1 or 2 finishes in her career, and all the others are decisions. She has good striking, but man, like I want to see some more KOs or something, or some TKOs, like something, Jacqueline has those submissions, man. So I'm gonna have to pick Jacqueline in this fight. Maybe Loma could pull up like a crafty performance and show everyone what she's made of, and you know what I mean, like kind of stuff takedowns or like make it hard for Jacqueline to get in certain positions to submit Loma. But man, I gotta go with Jacqueline to win this by second round submission, I'd say. Yeah, second round submission, probably rear naked or something like that. Next fight, we got Drew Kenji versus Rodrigo Vera. Haven't seen much of Rodrigo Vera. He's some tall Brazilian guy. The guy he's fighting in the Drew Kenji guy, he's pretty crafty, man. He's pretty well rounded. I think he might have been road to the UFC guy. A lot of those guys, they come to prove something, man. I think he throws some good combinations. Rodrigo Vera, man, like I said, I haven't seen much of Rodrigo Vera. He has 1 loss on his career. Man, it's hard to say. I'm probably going to pick the Kenji guy, that guy, you know what I mean, by a decision. He's probably going to make it like a clear-cut decision where he wins at least 2 rounds really convincingly. So I'm going to go by decision for that guy. Next fight of the night, we got Angela Hill versus Zhang Jingnan. Bro, you guys gotta give me some. You know what I mean. These names are on the harder side, man. But it's all right though. Gotta give me some credit for this. But no, Angela Hill, man. Angela Hill's like a veteran. She's 41 years old. Man, she's fought a lot of names in her division, man. She's fought a lot of names. It's always that thing, that crafty veteran versus the upcoming person. If I'm not mistaken, the person she's fighting is like fought in 1 championship, and this is her debut fight in the UFC. Angela Hill, man, like in these smaller weight classes, even when it comes to the women classes, I feel like it's a younger woman's game, same like a younger man's game. I think the other person she's fighting, Zhang Jingnan, is going to have something to prove here. She's fast on the feet, light on the feet. I don't think she has plenty of finishes in her career, but she's probably going to win this all based off volume, just landing more shots, sticking the jab out there, like pushing the Angela Hill's head back and whatnot. So I'm going to have to pick Zhang Jingnan. I'm going to have to pick her. All right, next fight of the night, we got Ray Tsuruya versus Luis Garula. All right, man, Ray Tsuruya, he lost to Joshua Van, man, and Joshua Van, bro, I predicted that he was gonna win against Tatsudo Taira. I didn't know it was gonna happen exactly like that, but man, Joshua Van's good, man, and Ray doesn't have the same type of takedown entries that Tatsudo Taira has, but he mixes things up pretty well. I don't think his striking is where it needs to be, but when you have decent grappling and kind of decent striking, you could find a way to get into certain fights and win certain fights that you would assume that you might not win, So in Luis Garula, he has pretty good boxing. He fights at a fast pace. But man, Ray, he's the younger guy. He's going to have something to prove again. And I think he's going to be faster on the feet, lighter on the feet. And he will be able to get out of certain positions. or he'll be able to dance around on the back foot, I think, and he'll find his takedowns eventually, I feel like, and maintain top control, I believe, and he'll win this fight on decision. So I got Ray Tsuruya on to win this fight. Oh, this fight I've been waiting for. Waiting for. Cody Haddon versus Quang Arui, bro. These names are hard. Cody Haddon, bro, Australian guy. This guy has good fight IQ, in my opinion. He mixes things up well again. The guy he's facing, Quang Ari, man, these names. He has good KOs, if I'm not mistaken. He has pop in his hands. Cody Haddon, if he just mixes things up the way he does and uses the footwork, I think he should win this fight. But who knows? I got Cody Haddon to win this fight by decision as well. Yeah, he's going to be dancing on the back foot. He's going to be moving around. He's going to be popping that jab. And so I got him to win this fight by decision. Oh no, this was the fight. All right, this was the fight with the guy that has really good KOs. Ming Ding versus Jose Enrique. Jose Enrique, Brazilian guy, not Brazil. I think he might be a Brazilian guy. One loss on his record versus the guy that got 40 plus fights. Ming Ding. I got Ming Ding in this fight, man. This is the guy that has a lot of KOs on his record. He's gonna look for those powerful shots, and I don't know how good. I don't think Jose will be able to handle the pressure against someone that has heavy hands like that, who's gonna always be looking for those shots and will be pressuring forward and whatnot. I don't know if Jose Enrique can handle that, if he has the best footwork to really, defend that kind of stuff. So I got Ming Ding to win this by KO in the third round, second round, something like that. First rounds are gonna be kind of hard. They're gonna be finding their range, and then one of them are gonna start landing, and I'm assuming it's gonna be Ming, and he's gonna be tagging up Jose Enrique, and he's gonna find the KO shot that ends the fight. So I got Ming Ding to win that. All right, next fight. So the main event prelim fight on this card is Lee Yisak versus Luis Felipe Diaz. Luis Felipe Diaz has good submissions. I'm not sure if his striking is up to par, but he has good submissions versus Lee Yisak. Once again, somebody that I don't really know much about because it's probably his first fight in the UFC. Lee Yisak is, I don't know, he's probably going to be the faster guy in this fight. But once again, man, you know what I mean? I don't know how good he is when it comes to the grappling defense. So I'm probably going to pick Felipe Diaz to win this fight. Via just a grappling difference, I think Luis Felipe Diaz has some good grappling, and I think he can employ that and probably get a submission in the first round. I got him in submission first round. Next, so we're moving on to the main card. Main card here. First fight of the main card is Alex Perez versus Sue Murdaji. Sue Murdaji fought pretty recently, if I'm not mistaken. So did Alex Perez. They're looking to get in there not too long from their last fights. Sue Murdaji looked really good in his last fight. I think he used the grappling really well, and he mixed things up really well, and I think he's really crafty. Alex Perez, he's coming off of a Charles Johnson KO win. He KO'd Charles Johnson. It was pretty bad. It was a bad KO. I predicted that he would win that fight, but I didn't necessarily know it was going to be that quick. I thought it was going to be like I don't know. I thought it was going to be a bit different, but Alex Perez did it better than I even imagined. You know what I mean? He's looking really crisp right now in the boxing, but Sue Murdaji, man, he's a danger almost everywhere. I think his grappling is better than his striking, but his grappling and the way he maintains position, I think he's really crafty. So I'm gonna have him to win this fight by honestly second round submission. I think he's gonna find a submission pretty early on in the second round. So I got Sue Murdaji to win that. Next fight we got Jake Matthews versus Carlson Harris. I got Jake Matthews. I think he's gonna get an early KO in this fight. The reason I say this is I think his stand-up is kind of underrated. I think he has good striking. He has a good jab, and he has pretty good footwork as well. Carlson Harris, I haven't seen much of the guy, but he's 38. He's probably on the decline in the welterweight division. It's not like the heavyweight division where you could be like 45 and you're still in the top 5, you know what I mean? This is a really stacked weight division with a lot of good guys, and you know what I mean? I don't think Carlson Harris really will have this. I think Jake Matthews will be able to show levels, and I think he's better overall. So I got Jake Matthews to win this by probably first round KO, first round TKO, something like that. Next fight, we got Kaya Sakura versus Cameron Smotherman. Cameron Smotherman, he had to pull out of his last fight because he passed out on the weighing scales, and it was this whole like kind of controversy type thing. And Michael Bisping was in the background talking about how fighters have one job and it's to make weight, and he's like kind of like yapping about that. And then in the background, Cameron just like falls face down. It's not funny, but just the irony in it, man. Hopefully he will have had a good weight cut and he'll be healthy in this fight, so we'll have 2 healthy guys. Kaya Sakura, he's came into the UFC and immediately got a title shot against literally one of the best flyweights we've ever seen with Alexandra or Pantoja. Man, Kaya Sakura, man, he's also fought Tim Elliott and whatnot. Man, these are all guys that are like not bad, you know what I mean? These are all really good guys. Tim Elliott proved to be good and win that fight. Then he lost to Steve Erceg pretty recently. But I think Kaya Sakura, man, he knows it's probably this and it's it for him. This is one of those things where he has to win this fight. And if he doesn't win it, you know, he's kind of cooked. So he had a lot of really nasty KOs outside the UFC and won championship, or just some other stuff outside the UFC. I think this fight's a do or die for him, so I'm assuming he's going to get a KO in the first round, unfortunately, for Cameron, because I think Cameron Smotherman will have openings because he'll be pressuring forward and kind of bulldozing forward, and I think Kai will catch him because Kai won't be the one pressuring forward. It'll be Cameron, so he'll probably find a KO shot. I don't know, maybe a flying knee because he seems to like the flying knee, so I don't know. I got Kai to win this by first round KO, actually. So there you go. Next fight, we got Sergey Pavlovich versus Talison Teixeira. Talison Teixeira has been training with Alex Pereira recently. He had a horrible fight in hindsight with Tai Tuivasa where he went life and death with him, and he won via grappling. Sergey Pavlovich, man, he's not Tai Tuivasa, bro. Even though he got KO'd by Tom and he hasn't really looked too much of the same since, he's a danger, bro. He's legit, man. And like I said, even though he hasn't been catching too many KOs since he got KO'd by Tom or whatnot, you know, he beat Waldo Cortez Acosta, and he hasn't been looking the best, but I think he still levels above Ty and everywhere. And I think he'll be able to... He wouldn't be getting dominated in the grappling, let's put it like that. And if they got just put up on the feet, I think Talison versus Sergey of old, Sergey would KO him in the first round. But even now, I think Sergey will have this in the bag, you know. There's always that fear, like with how Josh Hockett beat Curtis Blades, and I completely had Curtis Blades because I thought Josh Hockett was beating like literally nobodies, and so when he fought, you know, Curtis Blades, it was one of those things. But maybe Talison could pull something out the bag that we don't know about and find a KO, like a fluke KO. We never know because it's the UFC, but I think Sergey will win this confidently. Either way, he'll make it definitive. If he doesn't get a KO in the first round, I think he'll win every single round, and he'll just show better striking technique, and he'll win this fight really convincingly. So I actually got Sergey by third round KO Sergey. Next fight, we got Zhang Mingyang versus Alonzo Menifield. Menifield trains with Thug Rose's coach, I think. Thug Rose's coach a little bit. Alonzo Menifield, I think he could get folded against someone that has that's physically imposing like Zhang Mingyang. And Zhang Mingyang has really good KO power. Like, yes, he lost to Johnny Walker and it was a weird freaking fight and whatnot, but man, I honestly, every time Zhang Yang threw a shot, it looked like it had crazy pop on it, and I thought that he would KO Johnny Walker at any moment, and it was looking like that. He was landing some decent shots and whatnot. So honestly, I think he'll KO Alonzo in the third round. I think Alonzo is fast enough and he has decent footwork to avoid being KO'd so early unless he gets pressured against the fence against a physically imposing guy like he did against I'm already forgetting names. I forgot the guy's name he got KO'd by, but he got KO'd by the guy that Yuri KO'd when one of Yuri's first fights. But yeah, I think Jamie Yang is physically imposing and he has really good pop in his hands, so I think he should be able to fold Alonzo Menifield third round probably, because I think Alonzo will have pretty good defense and he'll be able to move around and avoid the KO shots because he's pretty small. Not small, but he's, you know what I mean? He's one of those people. I just feel like he's pretty fast and he'll be able to avoid most of the shots, but eventually he'll get pressured against the cage and he'll get hit with something and then it'll hurt him and then he'll probably fold to something because he has really good pop in his hand. So that's what I'm going to pick. Zhang Mingyang, third round KO. Song Yadong, this is the main event. For the main event, Song Yadong versus Davison Figueiredo. Figueiredo, man, he was a monster when he, back in the old days, you know what I mean? He literally was the scariest flyweight out of all the flyweights. Like, he was getting legit KOs over guys. That Joseph Benavidez fight, bro, that was so crazy. He KO'd Benavidez, and I don't even want to get into it. It was crazy, but Figueiredo ain't the same, man. Figueiredo is not the guy he used to be, and he's on the older side now, and he's just not gonna win this. He's just not gonna win this. Song Yadong looked good in the Sean O'Malley fight, even though he lost. It was competitive until it wasn't, and then Sean O'Malley started finding his shots and was peppering up Song. But even in that fight, we saw that Song is pretty competent on the feet, and he can make it close with some guys that are very elite in the top 3, top 5 or whatnot. So, and Song has pop in his hands. I think we're going to see Davison, unfortunately, KO'd probably in the first round, honestly. He's slower. He's not looking as fast as he used to be. And in bantamweight, you got to be pretty fast to avoid these more powerful guys, because I consider Song to be a pretty powerful guy himself. So honestly, I got Song Yadong by first round KO. I think he's going to make it look pretty easy, and he's going to make a statement out there. And that's honestly how I see it going. If Davison Figueiredo could pull something out the bag and find some grappling offense and get something going, it'll be amazing. But honestly, I don't really see a clear pathway for him to win this fight, unfortunately. So I got Song Yadong to win this by first round KO.